Oh man, YouTube, YouTube. I just have to laugh, man, because I know I have like a hairpin like trigger, like as it pertains to like my my attitude, like mad, like just like that. And so I just have to laugh about this stuff because I can't let stuff like that really bother me. So I went to go get the load, and on the paperwork, you know, on the paperwork, y'all watching, y'all want to comment, y'all can say I was wrong, or I should have been more assertive, or whatever. I'm open, you know. So at the bottom of the paperwork, it says, because I'm getting some plate steel, which is flat steel, to load it the length of the trailer, right? Load the length of the trailer because they're going to put some pipe on top of it, right? So I said, cool. So I go back to the back, right? So obviously, if you get some flat steel, if you drive flatbed or whatever, you're going to put some dunnage up underneath it, unless um they gonna furnish the dunnage, which they didn't furnish it. So I figured so I see the guy that's gonna load the truck or whatever like that. So what I do is I say, I go over there. I say, hey, how many pieces of dunnage do I need? Because I don't know. I mean, I don't know how long the flat steel is, right? Um, it was about 9 pieces. So, but I don't know how long it was. So I didn't necessarily know how many pieces I needed. So he says, now this is what threw me off. He said, do you want it in the front or in the middle? And so I say, well, in the middle. Because he's the loader. He's looking at the same paperwork that I looked at, which says loaded the length of the trailer. But I'm under the assumption that, you do this often, and seeing that it's only 9 sheets and they literally are probably like this high away from the top of the dunnage, that'll be fine. So I said, cool, load in the middle. He said 3 pieces of dunnage. I said, great. Give him 3 pieces of dunnage. He put them on there, right? I drive around the pipe yard, get back to the office, get my paperwork. Lady calls my name in a few minutes. She says, you're getting a load of pipe after this, right? I said, yeah. She says, well, why did you, listen now, verbatim, why did you let him load it in the middle of the D trailer? I said, whoa. Huh? So she walks off. Just walks off. I'm still trying to, in my mind, compute. Did you just cuss at me? So I'm still standing there because I'm just like, not only did you cursed at me, then you walked off. So she come back. And so I'm like, well, how long is the pipe? I don't know how long your load is. So my thing is like, well, how can you tell me that the way that it's stacked is incorrect? So she's pointing at like it's 22,000 pounds. And I'm like, that means nothing at all to me that is 22,000 pounds. Because you're not telling me the length of the pipe. Because if it's some short pipe, you can load it in the front, and they ain't got room to load it in the back. And then if you need to, you can load it on top of that. Right? You just let them just load the D trailer like that. I'm like, okay. So go back there and get him to move it around. Next. Oh. Okay. All right. So, I get on the phone. I get on the horn. Call my job manager. I'm like, hey, do you by any chance know the length of this pipe? Right? He's like, no, I got the number. You can call. So I call. Lady says you get like 9 bundles. It's like 21 feet. So I was like, okay, cool. So I drive the truck back around, get back in position. Forklift man ain't nowhere to be found. So I see 2 other guys out there. I'm like, hey, I know where the forklift man is. It's like, nah, we're supposed to be out here. We don't know. I said, all right, cool. So I go back, get my mask, go back up there to the window, and I say, hey, the guy up there now. I'm like, hey, do you know where the forklift guy is? Yeah, they're going on lunch. They'll be back at 2. 2? My man, it's 1:15. They'll be back at 2. It's 1:15. I said, copy. Now, again, I want y'all to answer. Should I have, when he told me, do I want it in the front or in the middle? Should I have told him, like, hey, no, I needed the length of the trailer? It says it right there. Even though you have the paper right there in front of you. Because, like I said, I'm not going to question anybody's comprehension skills. Because mine were. She was like, that's why I circled the D thing. And I'm like, so you circled it for him to see. But I let him do it. Copy. But man, I know some people, they'll be like, man, I would have told her a piece of my mind. I'm like, no. I just laugh about it, man. I just laugh about it. Because it's, it is what it is, because it is what it is. So, I'm just not going to go back over there no more. And then, when they come out there, I commend my man. He said be back at 2 o'clock, 2:02. Before I left back out there, rearranged to put some more dunnage back there. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm looking. So I'm like, okay, I need to get to the second stop, right? It's like 2:20, so I can go up here. It's 7 miles away. I can go up here, get the paperwork, get over there, get loaded, boom, head that way. I get back to the desk. I give him my paperwork. Man goes out to check the load. 35 minutes later, I get my paperwork. 35 minutes? No, not even 35, because when I got out of the 35 minutes, because when I got out of the truck, it was about 2:20. And no. I take that back. It was probably about 2:09. Maybe 2:15 when I got out the truck. So roughly about 45 minutes later, almost 50 minutes later. After I had to sit there and wait 40 minutes, I had to wait another 40 some odd minutes to get my paperwork. I'm like, why is it so slow? So, long story less long. I'm going to go pick up the second part first thing tomorrow morning. First thing in the morning. I don't really like, because another thing that I don't like about this is that with the flat steel, I like to put the chains with the straps on it. But seeing as that I don't know how y'all going to load the pipe tomorrow, I just put straps on it. So I'll probably have to end up taking the straps back off of it tomorrow, and depending on how they put the pipe up there. But anyway, that's enough of that. I want to tell, it wasn't all bad over there. It was a guy, and I want to be respectful. I don't want to refer to him as a Mexican, because some people may not want to identify as this. So I'll just say a Mexican American, or just an American, right? We're in the PC world, so an American, and of Mexican descent. Okay, so when I was initially checking in, I seen a truck pulling up. It was like a Dodge, like 4500 dually with the gooseneck trailer, and I seen like the handicap emblem hanging off of the rearview mirror, and I was like, what is this? You know, like, I'm not used to seeing it. Like, obviously I know that there are drivers that because some truck stops have handicap parking spots, so it's not some newfound information, but it was just interesting to see it, like he was in a dually. So when I came back around the second time, he was in there talking to the lady who had, cursed me. And he was saying that, and I wasn't being nosy, he was just talking loud enough where I could overhear the conversation. But he was saying that, he just was able to start back walking. He had been paralyzed, essentially. And he felt, basically, he said he didn't want to just lay around making $400 a week when he felt like there was something maybe that he could do, And he was like, he's not trying to make the most or nothing like that. He just wants to get out the house, do something. And he was saying that he got married. He has a 2-year-old daughter. He has a son that's coming next Friday. And he was just saying, man, life, it's what you make out of it, right? It's what you make out of it. And so, still in my mind, I'm still a little heated, but I'm listening, right? And I was like, dang, man, my man got like, he still got like a, like a cane or whatever like that. And he was just saying, like, I guess it was like a life or death situation, because he was like, the doctor said that had it not been for his helmet and his, jacket and stuff like that, I guess, it could have, that would, he'd been took out of there. And I was just like, man, I can't get, like, that was further reason for me not to even get mad at you being ignorant, right? There's no reason, like, this man is just out here, man. And I thought that was just so, man, it was so, stuff like that gets to me, man. I can't, I can't speak for everybody, but I was like, man, that's cool, that, he could have basically threw the towel in, but he like, man, hey, as long as I can walk, get around or whatever like that, like I said, I don't know to the extent that he's hauling loads and stuff like that, and I don't really have any insight on the hotshot world, but like, that's what he's doing. And I just was like, man, but like I said, if I was wrong, say you were wrong, you should have told him I want it on the front, the middle, and the back. Right? But like I said, tomorrow, if they have it loaded to where it could have stayed the way it is, be a little, be a little heated a little bit, right? Well, I'm sitting there with nothing to do. I need to try and see if I can get me a DLT done on my truck, but I don't know. Last time I was over here, I told y'all I wanted to get the, or maybe I didn't tell y'all. Well, if I didn't tell y'all, I came over here one time to get an alignment done, and my man was like, all right, when he gets in at 6, he gonna call you in. 6 o'clock came, no call. 7 o'clock came, I walked in. They was like, yeah, he gonna get to you. I'm like, cool. I'm looking around, nobody's in the bay. So they called me the next day, 10 o'clock. You still want that alignment? No, I don't want no alignment. And then gonna say, did you get a fuel filter? No, I didn't get no fuel filter from y'all. What you talking about? I don't know, man. It must be the water, man. But anyway, man. Man, y'all stay safe, man. Drive for yourself and others. And have a laugh, man. Have a good laugh. I'm going to get out here like my man. I ain't going to record it, man, because in some countries, some parts, in some states, that's a crime. But my man's walking around the truck stop with his barbells, and he's, hell, what I need to be doing. I need to get out here and do my my jump rope, man. But anyway, man, I'm gonna holler back at y'all tomorrow, man. Y'all be safe.